We are excited to have our conversation about the areas of clinical focus. One thing that you all should know about this section, even though it makes up a large part of one of the sections in, as the NBCC has set aside for the six domains, a lot of the things that are found in this section are things that you should be very familiar with based on your school's counseling program or based on the counseling program that you are a part of.
Yeah, so primarily, you'll notice that these PowerPoints follow a little bit of a different pattern than the other sections did, and that is because as it being clinical focused, this is really the practice of yourself, how you approach these different subject areas. And so, what we did in the slides is we worked to condense the areas. You will be able to go into the Drop the L site and look up some of the NCE handouts that we provide in there and actually see the different areas that they highlighted. We also highlighted those at the end of each section. So for instance, when you first open the clinical focus set of PowerPoints, you've got Joyce, basically the explanation of you explore these sections. And so we give you some instructions in that first PowerPoint. And then we enter into a content area, a broad content area where we deal with lifespan and developmental issues. Well, if you go on down past the narrative about that, we gave you a summation, and then you go to phrases and terms. What we did is we went to the K-CREP areas, and we basically summed the ones that would fit under this broader category of lifespan. And so for basically from cradle to grave is what you touched on. Now, this is the thing. In the PowerPoint, you will notice in the lifespan one, there's aging and end of life and gender and developmental and retirement and so on and so forth. The question that's asked here is, how do you show up? So when an aging or geriatric concern shows up in your clinical setting, then how do you as the counselor need to address it? What is it that you need to know about geriatrics? What is it that you need to bring to the table about this particular subject? How do you need to assess different? How do you need to approach the client differently than you would approach a person in midlife or approach a teen? So basically, it's we have these areas in which the bullet points are the areas in which you need to know. You need to be able to look at the particular term. So if someone comes to you with retirement concerns, what are the particular set of questions that you need to ask them? How do you need to be available and ready? And you will do that for each particular area. So this is the broader view. So clinically, how do you show up in the clinical environment in a way of functioning in competence, being broad enough to address whatever concern that comes from you, but yet narrow enough to address the particular person. Because even though they'll bring lifespan issues with you, they're also going to bring their unique cultural expression and experience that's overlaid by the unique situation that they are faced with. So we just want you to know that this is a broad view, but you have to narrow in to how you particularly will focus on whatever topic it is that you're going to deal with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.